How's it going, everyone, and welcome to episode number 1 of the Hardcore Ironman series. The big plan that I have for this series is going to be to try to get 1 kill of every single boss in old school RuneScape. Now usually this goal wouldn't be too special on a regular Ironman account, but because the Hardcore Ironman account has 1 life, if I die to anything that's a dangerous death, I will lose my Hardcore status, which means that doing anything like God Wars Dungeon is going to be extremely risky. That's why I feel this is going to be a nice goal that I'm going to be trying to work on towards to achieve. And of course the final boss is going to be Corp, which is going to be a very big challenge, but at the same time I know I can do it. All it takes is just a lot of hard work and dedication, and I'll be able to do it. So let's get started and let's start working on the account. The first goal that I'm going to start working on is going to be to get myself the Ardoin Cloak 1, which is going to be a great method to travel to Ardoin. Now the reason why I decided to start working on this first, even though I could start working on different kind of quests, is simply to have myself a safe way to teleport to Ardoin. I really don't want to go through wilderness every single time to get there, because that's going to be extremely dangerous, because there could be gears waiting there to kill Hardcore Ironman now that the mods came out. I'm pretty sure there's going to be people just camping there on purpose just to kill the Hardcore Ironman. So this is going to be a safe way for me to get to Ardoin. Now looking at the screen, there's not that many requirements. All I need to get is going to be 15 thieving. It's just 5 on the screen to be able to steal some cakes, but I need 15 because I need to get myself a rusty sword to be able to complete for one of the tasks. And 50 thieving is going to be for the ham members. That's where you get the rusty sword from. Aside from that, all I need to get is going to be 15 fishing, complete the biohazard quest, and for that I need the Plague City quest, and everything else is going to be pretty easy to complete. So let's begin working on unlocking myself the Ardoin Cloak 1, and then after that we'll start working on some other skills and start doing a bunch of other quests as well. Now I know this isn't anything special, but I just got myself the first ever 100 GP, which is pretty nice. So a few more pickpockets and I'm going to get myself level 5 thieving. So there we go guys, there's level 5 thieving. So let's go to Ardoin and then start thieving cakes till 15 thieving. Before I head out to Ardoin, I decided to do a bit of fishing and just got myself 15 fishing, which is going to be the second requirement that I need for Ardoin Cloak 1. And in the process, I managed to also get myself 15 cooking, which is pretty nice. Alright, let's head to Ardoin and let's get myself 15 thieving. There's level 15 thieving, so let's begin on getting all the items that I need to be able to complete the Ardoin Easy Diaries. The first thing that I completed was the Rune Mysteries quest to be able to have access to the Rune Mines, and this is going to be one of the tasks that I need to be able to get myself the Ardoin Cloak 1. Let's move on to the next thing. After getting a bit of silk from El Corred, I just sold it for about 1.6k. This isn't anything special once again, but this is the first ever 1k that I got, which is pretty nice. So let's get that 10k next. Next up, I got myself 25 agility, so that way my running energy will restore way much faster. Now it would be way much more efficient to get at least 72 in the beginning, like I mentioned in one of my Ironman startup guides. But personally myself, I really don't feel like grinding this right now, so 25 agility will be fine for now, and it's one of the requirements for the Grand Tree quest. Plague City quest is now completed, and in the process I managed to get myself 1 to 15 mining, which is pretty nice. Next up, let's move on to start completing the biohazard quest. There's the biohazard quest completed. I also got myself 19 thieving in the process. Now the last thing that I need to do is going to be to enter the training camp, and I believe I also need to do one more task. And after that, that's going to be all the tasks that I need to do, and I'll be able to get myself the Ardoin Cloak 1. All the easy tasks have now been completed, so let's go claim the Ardoin Cloak 1. Here we are, so let's claim the cloak. And there we go guys, the Ardoin Cloak 1 has been achieved, which means that I'll have unlimited teleports near Ardoin, which is going to be very nice, and also got myself a nice looking cape, which is going to be pretty useful for magic and some prayer bonus as well. Now I was close to a thieving level, so I decided to pickpocket a man level 2 for a quick level 20 thieving, which unlocks the ability to be able to pickpocket male ham members, as well as the ability to be able to steal silk from the silk stalls, which is going to be a pretty decent method that I'm going to use a bit later on for some money. Now before you guys start completing the Tree Gnome Village quest, the Waterfall quest, I would highly recommend that you guys do the Witch's House quest first. That way you guys get yourself a ton of HP, so you guys won't really be risking anything after that, because with 10 HP it's going to be very dangerous to do the Waterfall quest, and you guys really don't want to end up losing your Hardcore Ironman status. So I would highly recommend that you guys do this before any other quests. So this is pretty much the first quest that I started working on, and I did not even claim my 10k from the Stronghold security until the point that I did this just to be safe. After completing the Witch's House quest, next up I headed to the Stronghold security and I got myself 10k as well as the fighting boots. Now if you guys are one of those people that just created the accounts and headed right away to this place to get yourself 10k, please don't do that, because there's a really high chance that you guys will die and you guys will regret it. So just do the Witch's House quest first, Now that I got myself a nice amount of runes, the first quest that I started working on was going to be the Fight Arena quest. This is an amazing quest because you get yourself 1 to 29 attack, which is crazy, and you get yourself a few K theming experience and 1K coins as well. So this is definitely one of the best quests that you guys can do to start off your accounts. Now after that, the next thing that I headed to start doing is going to be the Tree Gnome Village quest. This is a great quest as well to do because it gets yourself from 29 to 35 attack, which is a really nice boost as well, and you get yourself a nice amulet, as well as you get the ability to be able to use the Grand Tree, which is really nice. Following that, the next quest that I completed was the Grand Tree quest, which is also an amazing quest to do because it gives you a ton of attack experience, agility experience, and a nice amount of magic experience as well. The best part about that quest is that it gives you full access to the Grand Tree, which is going to be extremely useful for scaling in pretty much anything. With the Grand Tree quest completed, I now have the full access to use the Grand Tree to travel all over RuneScape, as well as I also now unlock the Ardoin Cloak 1. So the last thing that's left for me to do is going to be to unlock the Fairy Rings, and I'll pretty much have all the traveling things that I can use in RuneScape, which is going to make skilling so much easier. Waterfall quest was the next quest that I completed. Now, if you really think about this, Waterfall quest is such an OP quest. It's so easy to do, and it gets you from 1 to 30 attack as well as 1 to 30 strength, which is crazy. It takes quite a while to get to 1 to 30 attack and 1 to 30 strength from just level 1 trading by yourself. And the quest can easily be done in less than half an hour. Holy Grail quest was the next quest that I was working on completing because it gives a ton of defense and prayer experience. So before that, I needed to complete the Merlin's Crystals, which also gets me a nice Excalibur sword, which is pretty much a adamant sword kind of. It's not going to be the best weapon to use, but it is a pretty nice weapon to start off training with. While killing the Black Knight Titan, I managed to get myself 25 magic, which unlocks the ability to be able to teleport to Varrock. After that, I finally completed the Holy Grail quest, which gave me a ton of defense experience, a ton of prayer experience, and this is also another quest that's actually quite OP. One of the most OP quests that you get in the beginning is the Waterfall quest, and this quest is very good as well. I would honestly say this is even better because it gets you a really high prayer level, well, high enough to be able to unlock a ton of really nice things, as well as it also gets you a really high defense level as well, which is pretty cool. So definitely do this quest, guys, if you guys are starting off a new Ironman account. The last thing that I want to do for this episode is to do the Varrock minigame. This gives you a nice amount of Slayer and Hunter experience. You go from 1 to 9 Slayer as well as 1 to 9 Hunter, which is a really nice small boost. So now that that's done, I'm going to be ending the episode here. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I had a ton of fun, started a new account playing on it, so hopefully I'll be able to achieve a lot without dying. With that being said, that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'll be seeing you guys soon with episode number 2.